everyone. Welcome to Facebook Live with Creating with Cindy. I'm glad to be back with you this week. I was in Tulsa last week and had a fabulous time. I just relaxed, did some cross stitch, saw some old friends, ate too much food. I really had a great time. Tonight I'm going to show you how to make this nice card. I was inspired by a card I saw on Pinterest from Sue Vine, and I'm going to show you how I did this fun background. So my ladies on my team, we made this card last night, so this will be a repeat for them, but I thought everybody else might enjoy seeing this. The set that I'm using is this new Seaside Notions. Hey, Nancy! And it's a really fun set. We missed you last night, Nancy, at our team meeting, and you won sales, so I have a prize for you next time I see you. All right, so let me show you how I did this. Let's see if I can put it over here. So I've got my big clear block, and then I've got Balmy Blue and Sahara Sand. So I'm going to start with the Balmy Blue. And I'm just going to take my block, make sure I didn't have too much stuff on it, and I'm just going to put it right in the ink. So I'm just getting some ink. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but there's some ink on there. All right, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the Sahara Sand. And Betty showed us this last night. For whatever reason, I was trying to do it the other way and had my block turned. And Betty did it this way. I'm like, well, that's much easier because now I can see. So I don't know if you can see that, but I've got some Balmy Blue, excuse me, and some Sahara Sand on my block. And I'm going to bring in one of my scratch sheets just so I don't get my background too mixed up. And I'm going to take my Stampin' Spritz. It's just got water in it. And I'm going to move my card out of the way because I don't want to mess it up. And I'm just going to take this and spritz it. Whoops. On the block, preferably not on your arm. So that it's nice and wet. And then here's the magic. So hopefully you'll be able to see this magic on camera. This is just regular Whisper White. And I'm just going to watch this closely. I'm going to set this on here, and then you can kind of see it. Oh, I didn't get it quite wet enough maybe, but you see how it's just kind of, I don't know, it's magic. And you just kind of wait till it's done doing that, and I didn't get quite enough water down here on the sand part, it looks like. But each one will be different. And then you can just wipe your block off. Now, before you do anything else with this, you want to be sure and let it dry. So I did one last night when I was showing the ladies at the team meeting. So I have one that's already dry. And you can see each one is different. But I just love how it kind of looks kind of beachy, and this is fun. And it's such an easy technique. So now I'm just using some early espresso. And I've got this one I made like a thank you card. So I just did with gratitude up here in the blue with the early espresso. And then I'm going to do one of the shells down here. And then we'll add a couple of sand dollars. So we'll add one right here. Now, if you wanted to do more or have them overlap, you could always mask these. So to mask them, you would stamp this like on a sticky note, cut it out, and then you could, if you wanted to have it look like it was coming out from behind that, then you could put a mask that, put a sticky note on there, and stamp over it. But I wanted it to be quick and easy, so I just stamped them like that with a little bit of space. And then all that's left is, what did I do with my adhesive? One moment. I had it set out on my table to bring over, and I just never brought it over. So now it's just a matter of putting it all together. Oh, I did forget one thing. Let me do this so you can see what I'm doing. So this white is 5 inches by 3 3/4. So I did this early espresso. I just wanted just a little bit around there. And so it is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And then I did forget one thing on the one I did. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, a little bit. I did a little bit of the sand. So there's this fun sand image right here in this set. And I just did that with a little bit of balmy blue. Get that out of the way. Oh, and I can move this now that I'm not spraying water all over. Actually, no, I can't because I'm going to stamp off on the edge. So we'll leave it on here. So I'm just going to take this sand image and my balmy blue. And I'm just going to stamp along the bottom edge of this. So I'm just not stamping off or anything. I'm just going to stamp. And it doesn't really matter in the middle, just a little bit up the sides. Maybe one more over here. So just a little bit of extra texture to it. All right, now I can move this out of the way. All right, and then it's just a matter of adhering this to that. And so because I made that early espresso a smaller one, then it leaves a little bit more of the blue on the outside, and I just liked the way that looked. So there's the one I made the other day, and here's the one we made tonight. So I hope you enjoyed that. You can do this technique with any colors, with any, if you've got a longer one, you could do 3 colors. If you were going to do 3, you would want to make sure, like if you wanted to do like an ombre where you had a dark red and a lighter red and a pink or something, you just want to be sure you do your light color first so that if you're inking up the block, you don't get the darker colors in your lighter ink pad. But it's a real easy way to do it. Just regular Whisper White, a little bit of water in your spritzer, and you can make a lot of fun backgrounds. Thank you. Hey, Patience. I'm glad you got to join me. That's all I've got for this week. I'll post the dimensions to this. I'll make a blog post. May not be till tomorrow, but I'll post the dimensions for this on the blog post, and then I have some other cards that I made this week with this fun seaside that I'll post out to Facebook so you can see it. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next week. Bye.